Good morning, folks. Lee Kersey here with the Simple Georgian. Wanted to let y'all know that Chicago Pipe Show is coming up. That, if I'm not mistaken, the dates are May the 1st through the 4th. They'll be there in Chicago. They've got a bunch of good stuff planned. If you're on Facebook, or I think Instagram has it as well, Chicagoland Pipe Show uh, page, and they'll let you know all the stuff they have involved. They have from what I understand, they have two pipe making classes: pipe making 101, pipe making 201. Um, they usually have a couple of other seminars. Last year, I went to one with Fred Hanna, and he wrote a couple of books, In Search of Pipe Dreams and Still Searching for Pipe Dreams, and two or three more. Real interesting guy. Um, I went to a seminar that was put on by Mr. Brian Levine, that is over the Las Vegas International Pipe Show. He put on a seminar introducing the Chinese artisans that was there at the Chicagoland Pipe Show. Real interesting guys. I got to spend um, probably about a half a day with those guys on Wednesday when I got there last year. This year, I'm not going to be able to get there till sometime Friday, but um, any rate, wanted to update y'all on that. It'll be there at the um, well, sorry, I can't remember the name of the motel. I'll post on my community page what hotel it'll be at. But if you pull up on, I think it's Pipepedia, pipe shows, Chicagoland Pipe Show, either, like I said, go on their Instagram or Facebook page. It'll have all the information where you can book your rooms. And you might want to go ahead and book your rooms. I was listening to an interview the other day on the one of the podcasts, Pipe and Tamper podcast, it was, with Jay Furman and Mike. And I was listening to an interview with them with Brian Levine, and he was talking about these bigger shows. They normally book or block off a certain number of rooms for a discounted price. And these rooms, yeah, they may be a little high for some people. Um, I think the one last year was like 160, $180 a night or something like that there at Chicago. But if you was to get these rooms outside of that discount, you'd be paying upwards of $300 or more for that same room. So you might want to book your rooms early. If I'm not mistaken, the discounted price for the show tickets are already over. I think April the 1st was the last day for that. But it'll be $50 to get into the show. And that $50 covers the show for the whole time from the 1st to the 4th. You get drink tickets for different drinks. I think last year I was able to get like two sodas per ticket. Of course, it'd be like canned sodas or something, but I think I was able to get like two sodas per ticket or one adult beverage per ticket. You get, um, they have food vendors there, and anything else there that you want to get, you have to buy. And then, if I'm not mistaken, that ticket also gets you into the one of the meals. I can't remember exactly which one, but all the information will be on the Facebook page, their website. I guess they got a full blown website, Chicagoland Pipe Show. You might can check that out, Google that. But I know I keep up with everybody on Facebook and Instagram, so that's how I find out my information on that, and between that and the podcast. But I wanted to update y'all. That's May the 1st through the 4th. It'll be there in Chicago, at the motel not too far from the airport. So if you fly in, you can get a free shuttle over there to the airport. I normally park my truck and trailer close to it. They two or three truck stops just north of there. I normally park at and Uber back and forth. but I wanted to update y'all on that. Real good pipe show. They have slow smoking contest. They have a fast smoking contest. Last year, that's when I was able to spend time with Jeremy McKenna and Per Jensen with the blending seminar. I was able to go to that. That was a pretty good little thing. I got a nice little video of that. You can't hardly hear the video because we was all in a smoking tent, but I did get a video of it as best I could for that seminar. And then I met all of the international pipe people like Luigi Verprati, Bruno Nuttons, Dirk Heinemann, and of course, like I said, all the Chinese artists, Costello, not Costello, I'm sorry, Tommy Escorti of Escorti Pipes, and the guy that owns Sir Jacopo. I met those guys. And of course, you got your other vendors that typically goes to pipe shows. There was like 5 or 6 cigar boutique cigar brands there last year. They had a great selection of cigars. They had a big trailer sitting outside by the smoking tent that they had set up with a little porch underneath, that you could sit under, that had a bunch of cigars and stuff, that does events. He takes that trailer around and does events at different places, cigars. And from the way I understand, Ron and Tim that puts the show on, they're supposed to have a full-blown cigar emporium event or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, they've got it set up like that this year. And when I went last year, there was people that showed up, for the day or whatever, that bought tickets, and they didn't use their drinks or, whatever. And there was free tickets floating around. If you get in there and know somebody or whatever, I was able to get some extra tickets for drinks, and that helped me out. But because they showed up and either didn't use their tickets for drinks, or they showed up and left the same day, the guys that live local. So anyway, that's what I wanted to update y'all about. Real good event. It's a pretty good, few days event, but to me it was worth it. The camaraderie, the international pipe people that I met Janos. A lot of y'all have seen posts from Janos. And this year, if I'm not mistaken, him and his daughter makes pipes. They're supposed to both be there this year. So that's going to be real interesting. And to meet both of those guys and his daughter. And I met Amit Govam. He's a well-known Meerschaum pipe maker. I met Alex Farov. He made a pipe stand last year in the shape of a bull's head, and the horns were pipes. He made 2 pipes and had them on the bull's head. It looked like a horn. And I'll try to find that picture and post it on my page. But real interesting. There was like 6 or 7 tables that had, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. There was like 6 or 7 vendors there that had Meerschaum pipes. So if you could think of what anything could look like in a pipe, they had it in Meerschaum. Some beautiful carvings. And of course the big name pipe makers was there. Sir, I can't think of all their names. Dirk Heinemann. I can't remember all of their names. I'd have to go back and look, but I must have met over 150 people there last year that I was able to, spend a little bit of time with, because I was there, from, like I said, Wednesday until Saturday, and had an awesome time. And the only thing that I regret from last year is not getting a chance to go to Ewing Reese. This year, I'm going to do everything I can to at least go to Ewing Reese for a few minutes before I go to the pipe show. Ever how I can do it, and go from there. So I wanted to update y'all on that and let y'all know. And then Ybor City Cigar Festival is coming up December the 7th. I know that's a long ways away, but that will be in December. The next pipe show that I think I remember will be in Columbus, I believe. That'll be in June or July. I'll have to look up the dates. Then you have, or is it August? And then you have, I think there's one coming up at Gas City, Indiana, a little small show or something there in Mississauga, Gas City, Indiana. Cigar shop, Mississauga Cigar Shop. If I'm hopefully not butchering that name up too well, or too bad. I've been there to that shop 2 or 3 times. Really nice little shop. They got a nice little balcony out back. They supposed to have a little small show there in Gas City, Indiana. And then, like I said, Columbus show. Richmond is coming up, I think, in September. If they supposed to, if they still going to have that one. Then you have Dallas Pipe Show after that, and Las Vegas will be in October, and the Dallas Pipe Show I think will be in November, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go back and double check, but I'll keep y'all up to date on that and go from there. I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks.